Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of your favorite business show, The Market Watch. 2017 is almost over, and for those who are already bored with the existing list of stocks in the Colombo Stock Exchange, we have a good news for you ahead of the new year. A new stock to be listed, which is the initial public offering of Jetwing Symphony Limited. Jetwing is a well-renowned brand in the Sri Lankan hospitality sector, where the journey began in the early 1970s under the visionary founder, late chairman Mr. Herbert Curry. Well, without taking any further time, to understand about the company and the key information with regard to the IPO, which opens on the 14th of December 2017, we invited Mr. Hiran Kure, the chairman of Jetwing Symphony Limited. We are so pleased to have you with us today.
Thank
Hiran.
you for coming here. Thank you.
Thank you. Hiran, to start the discussion, how do you, can you give us a brief background about this symphony?
Yes, I can. Jetwing, as you mentioned, was born in the 1970s, founded by my late dad, Herbert. And we continue to develop tourism, hospitality over the years. And especially after the end of the conflict in 2009 and the tourism boom began, a lot of people asked us to, allow them also to be part of Jetwing's journey. And the founder wasn't very keen on, having too many stakeholders and going public. And since he had passed away by 2009, we could not change his thinking. Therefore, we decided that all our future development will be with a holding company, and that is how the Jetwing Symphony was born in 2011. And at that time, many came in at the private placement and participated with us. And the result is the completion of 5 hotels. Jetwing Yala was the first to be completed, Jetwing Colombo 7, Jetwing Dambulla, which is Jetwing Lake actually, and Jetwing Kaduruketa in Vallavaya, and the 5th hotel which is just completed in Portugal called Jetwing Surf. So the Jetwing Symphony owns 2 lands in Kandy and in Trincomalee in Upuveli, and the idea is that we start building that also pretty soon.
Okay. The IPO.
Yes.
Can you give us a general overview of the overall IPO? I mean, especially when it comes to the application process after 2009, the book building process, and also what would be the objective from the IPO?
Well, one thing is that we already have quite a number of shareholders in Jetwing Symphony, close to 100 actually. So we gave an undertaking to them that by the year 2018, we would list it. That's how they all came in to partner with us, and we with our financial advisors, Capital Alliance, they felt that this was not a bad time to go. I mean, nobody had listed a company, and the stock market is a little dull and boring these days. And they said, look, we have a reputed brand where people know us in Sri Lanka, and they were very comfortable saying, list it. So we started the process about 6 months ago, and we went through the process of clearing and getting approval, and finally after we received the approval, we thought we'll list it. So the idea is that we raise more money. We are giving out 10%, so the money will come into the company, not to any of the shareholders or anybody else.
That's right.
And the money will be utilized primarily to retire some of the debt that we have used to build the hotels, and the other the balance money will be used to start constructing Jetwing Kandy Gallery, which will be a 22-roomed boutique hotel in Kandy. So that's where the proceeds will be utilized. On the book building front, our advisors thought, okay, Sri Lanka has had one before, and it's not a bad idea to see what the market will pay. Let the investor decide, rather than we telling them, hey, you have to buy at this price. So there is a choice for the investors. If they feel it's worth 18 rupees, they'll go at 18 rupees. If they feel it's worth 15 rupees, they'll go at 15 rupees. So what we are told is that whenever we complete everything at whatever price. I mean, let's say everybody buys at 16 or 17, then even those who have paid 18 rupees will get the share at 16 or 17, and they'll get that extra rupee or two back.
So basically let the market decide the price.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. Also Hiran, this as you mentioned 5 hotels. Out of the 5, I think Jetwing Colombo 7 and Yala consists the most of the valuation.
Well, correct.
So can you give us an idea how these 2 hotels drive the overall value?
Well, Yala has already started making money.
Yeah.
You know, in the 20th month of operations, Jetwing Yala started making money, and it's doing very well now. Okay. One thing is Yala is a most sought after destination, and we've also been able to create a swimmable sea experience as well. Okay. You know, we got down life-saving Victoria from Australia to come in and train our lifesavers, and with all the equipment we have now, people can swim in the sea. And naturally, I need not say that nobody else there on that beach to disturb other than the few elephants or wildlife that might come in. So therefore, it's a fantastic sea and the beach for people to lie down. And we do have people coming for more than 3 days and who might go to the park once or twice, but the rest of the time they lie on the beach, rest and swim in the sea and all of that. So that's something extra we've created. Okay. And the sustainability factor, you know, we have a solar park there. 40% of our energy is gained from the solar park, and the absorption chillers we have. And so it's more than just a wildlife journey that we are giving. And of course, the Tissamaharam area has a lot of cultural sites as well. So we are very confident that Yala will be one of the biggest profit drivers for this company. Colombo, obviously there is more competition coming up in Colombo. Exactly. But ours is, we like to think it's a little resort in the city, you know, because it has overall 98 rooms, 70 rooms and 28 apartments is what we have. It is a unique design, a lot of Sri Lankan elements attached to it, and we have a fantastic sky bar there. And we think that you know, more people will start using the hotel, and it's already, you know, into the 10th month of operation. We are doing 65-70% occupancy. Amazing. I like to see the rate go up a little bit more, and then that will be a profitable company as well. But even though the value of the company is mainly Colombo and Yala, I think Velavai is a very exciting destination. You know, a lot of Sri Lankans don't know what we can do in Velavai. I mean, you know, lots of fantastic natural areas, waterfalls, ponds, nature trails, cultural areas, what have you. And then it's the first properly planned agro-tourism project that we have in Sri Lanka, you know, and unique design as well. So with all of that, it's going to be, it'll take a little time to establish itself, because we had to convince people, hey, coming to Velavai is worth the journey, and then it'll take off. You know, Arugambe, Potuville Point and Whiskey Point are 3 of the best surfing destinations in the world, not only in Sri Lanka. So, and one of the things that was lacking for that area was a boutique hotel, you know, high-end hotel, and that's what we've done there. And the other in Cultural Triangle in Dambulla, you know, most of the visitors go to the Cultural Triangle all the time. So it's a matter of you know, establishing and making it turn around. Amazing.
Well, speaking about the competition, differentiation matters a lot. So overall, compared to the traditional tourism industry, how Jetwing position itself in differentiating? What kind of, with the new trends developing like ecotourism, action tourism and adventure, and also like MICE tourism, so where Jetwing is currently positioned?
We focus on all 3 P's. Okay. People, planet and profit. You know, so our strength is that. So we look, I mean, you know, one of our biggest strengths is in getting the youth involved in tourism. Okay. A Jetwing Youth Development Program, wherever we open a hotel, we get the youth to join us from the local communities. And we teach them English, We teach them hospitality skills and take them in. And for the last 10 years, it has been very successful. And now we are working with our own government, Ministry of Youth Vocational Training, and we are supported by the German government, GIZ, Canadian and Australian government as well. So we have linked that, and that is becoming, now we are asked to come and do the same in other parts of the world as well. Getting youth involved in tourism, especially the underprivileged youth. Yeah. On the environment front, I think we are the market leaders on that. Solar parks, absorption chillers, what have you. We keep inventing. We are working on a zero plastics by end of this year. So that's the kind of commitment we have. We are no longer saying, hey, reuse the towel and reuse this and that. Yes, we've done that long time ago, but now we are going into a much more advanced scale of sustainability. So on those fronts, yes, and of course we are not in business for charity. We do charity separately, but we are in business to make money. So that's why I think all 3 P's are important, and for us the most important P is the profit. If you don't make profits, no business can be sustainable. Definitely. Right? So you look at profits and then you come into the people and the planet aspect. So I think we are uniquely positioned with small boutique hotels, very elegant, very different designs. We have brought in different design elements to support our nature and people activities.
Finally, Hiran, you account over 30 years experience in the hospitality sector.
That makes me old. Huh?
Yeah, well, with that value you bring into the industry,
yes.
I would like to put you into the final question. I mean, how do you see Sri Lankan tourism industry? What is the way forward amidst all this competition and Jetwing on your shoulders? Can you give us?
One thing is, we are blessed with a 5-star island. Nobody can take that away. Right? We've had wars, we've had natural disasters. The beauty of the island remains. No country can boast of so much beauty and nature in such a small place. Right? When I tell my international colleagues, we have 4,000 elephants, at least 70% of them in the wild, people don't believe. How can such a small island have so many elephants, right? And that's a fact. That's not something that you just say it, but that's a fact. And then we are blessed with the 2 largest sea-based mammals, the sperm whale and the blue whale. That's right. The tea plantation. So the uniqueness of the island will prevail, right? And it will continue. Now, we are in our second birth in tourism. Until 2009, we survived. And it's the journey has started once again. It takes time for people to get confidence, to people to build a nation, and that's where tourism will play a role. I think a lot of people just came in, monada karanne tourism karamo, right? And then some of them who come in without a proper plan, without a proper journey, they might get burned in, along the way and lose out. But the others who have a proper plan, proper idea of what they are doing, will take this nation forward in tourism. And I'm very confident that tourism within the next 3 to 5 years will be the largest foreign exchange earner. Okay. because more hotels will come in if we get our marketing act right, which is bound to happen now. I know the Prime Minister is taking a very keen interest in taking tourism forward along with our Minister of Tourism. Okay. And that's bound to happen, and tourism will continue to move. So marketing and positioning is the key, and that's once that happens, it'll go into the next stage.
Amazing. Well, Hiran, we wish all the very best for the company's IPO. Thank you so much for joining us today.
It's a pleasure to join you too. Thank you.
And for our viewers, I hope you got a good idea about the company, the coming IPO, and we hope to see you soon with another exciting episode. Until then, take care.